Do you want to learn how to be good at Bedwars? Are you always losing games to the easiest player in the world? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys tips and tricks on how to destroy anybody. And yes, I mean anybody in Bedwars. Also, do you have that one friend that calls you trash in Bedwars? Yo guys, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
I think I'm pretty good at Bedwars, don't you think?
No, you're not, bro. You're trash. Go back to Bedrock. You're only good at Bedrock, bro. You don't know how to bridge.
Hey, yo, guys, I'm back. What's going on?
Yo, Mehdooda thinks he's good at Bedwars.
Wow,
Bro,
yo,
you're
you're
so
actually
bad.
so
Go make
trash.
another
So bad,
video.
you're
Go
actually
make
so
an
bad.
Among
You
Us
can't
video.
even
You're
bridge,
so
bro.
bad.
You're like
Bro,
not control. You're so bad.
No
Yo, I
CPS.
see your videos and you have a small penis.
Don't you worry, after this video you'll be able to be your toxic friend and his mother in Bedwars. I've divided this video in chapters, so if you feel like you know a tip, then I made it easy for you to skip to another one. Alright, so enough talking, let's get right into the video. Tip number 1 is rushing, and I'm not saying that you should rush how you always do in Bedwars. No, I'm saying that you should rush smarter, and what I mean by rushing smarter is to take a few seconds of your time and look around and see if someone's rushing you either from the sides or the front, like this demonstration right over here. If you think someone's rushing you from the front, then you're gonna know where they are, and then in that case, it's gonna be much easier for you to build over them and then hit them off the bridge. For example, right over here, this guy does not know I'm coming towards him, and he's just normally bridging towards me. I'm gonna leave my bed alone, and I'm gonna come up to him, and he's not gonna know yet, and I'm gonna jump up and hit him. If you know for a fact that no one's gonna rush you, then you can either rush them or go straight for diamonds. And what I would suggest for all the beginners that get diamonds in the start is to go to the upgrade section and get protection. So in that case, it's gonna be much harder for people to kill you. For tip number 2 is bed defense, and in my opinion, bed defense can vary between each map in terms of the speed of the gen. What I mean is that if you have a very slow gen, for example in air show, you're gonna want to rush really quickly in this map. So that means you should only get wool. For example, this bed defense right over here, I messed up completely right over there, but you should get this bed defense, and then you're gonna want to rush either that or go rush for emeralds. And sometimes you don't even need a bed defense depending on the players in your lobby. You can easily just not use a bed defense and save your blocks and go to the green team and destroy them. On the other hand, if your gen is really fast, for example in Skyrise, then you're gonna try not to rush without a bed defense. And instead you want to rush for at least 2 layers of wool or even a wood bed defense. And one really good tactic I like using in fast gen maps, I literally just do this. I literally just cover the bed with wood, like so. I think I messed up completely, but yeah, you get what I mean. So I cover the bed. Everyone knows this bed defense. It's literally, I think it's the most famous bed defense. So now it's going to be much harder for the teammates to break your bed defense, and that gives you time to at least knock them off or kill them. Usually in slow gen maps, people tend to rush more, so if you think about going for a big bed defense at the start, then that's very wrong, because while you're wasting all your iron and all your gold on a good bed defense and wasting your time as well, the other team right over there, the green team, have already bridged towards you, took your bed with a TNT, and seconds later you're out of the game. For tip number 3 is speed bridging, and if you want to learn how to quickly rush the other team before they even start buying from the item shop, then you're going to want to learn how to speed bridge. There's also a new mode in Bedwars where you can actually learn how to speed bridge, and honestly it's actually really good. I also see a lot of people wanting to learn how to god bridge. Their speed bridging is literally like, it's not even consistent. Like you would see them speed bridge like this, like they would just fall down like that. That is not very good, because god bridging takes a lot of time and skill in my opinion, and to be honest, speed bridging is so much better because it does not take a lot of skill. And with all the time you're wasting on learning how to god bridge, you can actually spend your time learning how to actually get good at Bedwars. Tip number 4 is mid control, and what mid control is being able to control the center of the map from any other players that are rushing for emeralds. So after you finish your first rush, you're going to want to go to mid and try to get as much emeralds as you can before anyone else does. And when you get all the emeralds, you can reduce the chance of getting rushed by invis players or like people who use ender pearls. So overall, you're just going to be safe. So just do whatever it takes to keep all the emeralds away from the other teams. And just imagine the emeralds are a pack of flaming hot Cheetos, and the other teams are just kids that wanted to get some from you, and you're not letting them. Tip number 5 is item management, and so for this one is pretty straightforward. You're going to want to go over to your item shop and set up your quick buy. Only put the items that you really need in the quick buy section. And if you don't know, then just imagine you're getting rushed by a player and you're running back to your base, and then you head over to your item shop and buy something that's going to help you beat him. What do you think this certain item is going to be? When you know, then you're going to put that into your quick buy, and then that's basically it. Item management is also really important in other ways, for example, what you buy. This also depends on the speed of the gen, so if you're in a slow gen map, then you're going to want to buy as much wool as you can, and also a TNT just in case if the other team has a wood bed defense. But if you have a very fast gen, what I would recommend you to do is to get lots of wool and tools, or you can get lots of wool and fireball. I personally choose fireball because I tend to shoot the fireball at the bed defense and getting the bed in an instant. So like it's much quicker for me. But when you know the bed defense is going to be out of something you can't break with a fireball, then I suggest you to get tools instead. Okay, so for tip number 6 is PvP and practice. This is a very important tip to be good at Bedwars, because if you don't know how to PvP, then it's going to be much harder for you to win games, because people can just spawn, kill you, and break your bed over and over again. It's really annoying. And one way of learning how to PvP is to have good sensitivity. Now I see a lot of people with extremely high sensitivity and they just keep missing their hits on the other player, which gives them a much less advantage during their fights. And if this is you, then go over to sensitivity and try to play a little bit with it, and then once when you think you have the good sensitivity, then go over to duels and just play as much as you can. I keep my sensitivity at 50 because I feel like low sensitivity is so much better than super high sensitivity, because I can easily lock onto my enemies and easily destroy them. The best duel for me to practice before a Bedwars match is the bridges, because the bridges is like, you're basically on a bridge, of course, like everyone knows that, and you're basically just PvPing. It's basically like a Bedwars match, but like a mini version. So after you're done with playing with your sensitivity, just go over to the bridges and just keep playing and playing. The other thing I recommend you to get is the PvP client, and a really good one is Lunar Client, which is right over here. Click download and you can easily get it. I mainly use Lunar Client for toggle sprint, so I don't need to double tap W to sprint. All I need to do is just press W once and then I can sprint. Also, Lunar overall boosts your FPS and makes the game look so much better, so you don't get any like FPS drops while PvPing. After you got your toggle sprint, the other important thing to learn is W tapping. W tapping basically just resets your sprint and gives a much more advantage against the other players in terms of knockback. That's how you sometimes see your favorite YouTubers get called out for hacking when all they're doing is just sprint resetting. For the last tip is motivation, and in my opinion it's the most important step in your journey of becoming a Bedwars pro. Every single good player you see were motivated once, and that's how they're good. They were either motivated by their favorite YouTubers, or they're just trying to get better than one of their friends. Now just pause this video, sit down and think about the main reason you want to get good at the game. But if you hate Bedwars and you just want to try to beat someone in the game, then it's just going to be much harder for you to get better at the game because you simply don't enjoy it. And it's a fact that people tend to be better than others at the games because they just love it. If you want to find motivation, in my opinion, go check out some of the YouTubers that make Bedwars content. For example, GameBoy80, Purpled, or Technobait's old Bedwars videos. By just simply watching really good Bedwars players, you can actually get motivated into playing Bedwars. That leads to the outro. I just want to say thank you guys so much if you made it to the end of the video. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any tips that you think I forgot to add in the video. I've been getting a lot of support lately in the comments down below, like in my old videos, and I truly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.